We are back. It's been a busy summer. We're trying to get the content for you guys, but we have lives, children, and wives. We do watch movies, but then we don't have the time to sit down and talk to you about it. I'm JWMaher. That's Aaron Brooks. Aaron, how you feeling today?
Yeah, good. Feeling good to be back. Last week was a bit of a shit show, but no one cares about that. They care about the movies we watched along to here with the Letterboxd challenge that you can follow right here.
I'll put that up. Boom.
Right there. We've entered a new part of the world for this part of the challenge, Southeast Asia.
Lots of movies in Southeast Asia, lots of countries there too. This is just a sampling of movies we didn't even watch.
Yeah, and it's just definitely I would say maybe slightly above a novice with regards to Southeast Asian at this point, but still there's so much I just haven't seen.
Yeah, and we'll start with you because you actually found not only in typical Aaron fashion, you found a movie from a Southeast Asian country, but you also found a 70s movie, which is I did not even go that far. What'd you watch first?
And it's a Malaysian 70s movie, and it is called The Rare Blue Apes of Cannibal Isle from 1974. And that poster's crazy if you can actually decipher it. At first, it just looks like kind of a cool poster. The closer you look at that poster, the poster's insane. And the movie's also very insane. It's like a Electric Company, Fraggle Rock type of puppets within this movie.
There's puppets?
They are puppets, yeah. They're giant blue puppets.
Right.
It's musical, it's whimsical, it's weird, it's dark, it's scary. It's basically about young runaways who undergo this island full of very unusual and fantastic characters. And these characters are cannibals. They eat people. They appear very friendly on the surface, but beneath the surface, there's more darkness that lurks. It is 70s psychedelic cinema, and I don't know if it was good or not, but I gave it 3.5 stars.
All right.
Fucking weird movie, and it's I believe it's on Tubi. Yeah, it's on Tubi.
That's got to be on Tubi.
Everything's on Tubi.
Everything's on Tubi.
Yeah, this movie was crazy. This director Don Greer, he's done House of the Red Dragon, which I've also not heard of, and then Alice in Acid Land.
All right, fair enough.
From 1969. So I imagine that's got to be a good movie too.
And what did you watch for week 2?
For week 2, I watched a movie that was a little more traditional. It was called Codart, or The Unholy, directed by Charles Ghazali. This is actually part of a series. The second one I will be watching next week because I like this movie quite a bit. It's about former clergyman who finds his way back to his old boarding school when there's a disturbance. He ends up losing his son in an exorcism, and that's what drives him kind of away from the religion, but this town and the kind of mystery he's trying to unfold with, and faces son and deadly spirits and things like that. It's some things you've definitely seen before, but I just think done through a very different cultural lens. And essentially he's a Muslim superhero. But it's
this was actually on Horrorville's top 50 of that year. I remember.
And I get it. It's very good effects. It's a really good story. I really like Vino Bastian, who plays the lead in this movie. I've never really seen him before, but I had a really good time with him. This is a 4-star movie for me. I think it's Indonesian. I like Indonesian supernatural horror that I've seen. This fits right in with what I've seen. I think the protagonist elevates this above an average movie, and I'm excited to see a second one. There's a third one, I think, being made right now. I don't think it's out yet. So, yeah, The Unholy or Codart. There's a few on The Unholy, so it's easier to find if you just search it by its.
There's also the Jeffrey Dean Morgan, The Unholy, which is also pretty good. But we're looking for the Indonesian one.
Yeah, but it was solid. I recommend it to anybody.
Yeah, I deliberately tried to go to countries that I didn't see a lot of. So my first week, I stopped over in Cambodia to see a movie called Tenement, which it's actually pretty. It actually had very limited release in the United States, I believe it, within the last year and a half. It's in my strength in multiplex. So good thing I watched it. Tenement from 2024. Again, like Aaron said about his movie, this is not like we're not treading into new territory. It's similar themes, similar like structures as like American kind of supernatural movies, but it's just like different cultures, different themes. This movie, I'm not saying it is Hereditary, but like it follows the beats of Hereditary. Pretty like there's a lot of things that are kind of too similar to ignore. Like a girl's mother passes away, and she winds up going back to the apartment building the mother lived in, and also like other members of her family that she's never met before live there. And when they get there, they find out that like something the mother did while she was alive basically brought like an evil spirit to the building, and now all the people are trapped there and basically are forced to worship like this god. But she has no idea what she's stepping into. She's just going to visit her family. She has no fucking idea what she walked into. And it's definitely like when you start seeing like how it goes and like how the walls close in on her, you're like, that's this guy likes Ari Aster. The directors Sokyu Chea and Inra Saftiep Neth, pretty good job. I gotta say, like, no flaws, no flaws in the way of like just the technicality of it. It's just a story we've seen before. 3.5 for me on Tenement.
Okay.
And then I have seen Malaysian movies before, but I haven't seen a ton of Malaysian movies. So I went over to Malaysia for week 2 of the challenge, week 2 of this portion of the challenge, and I saw a movie called Soul or Ro. And this is, I feel, when you start getting into like the religions and like Aboriginal cultures of like Southeast Asia, they do folk horror maybe better than Europeans do it, because like they go hard on this stuff. Like, this movie is not set in modern times. It's not like ancient times either. This is like maybe like early 20th century, late 19th century, and it's just like a peasant family, like a single mother. The father's passed away, 2 kids. They're living in the jungle of Malaysia, and unbeknownst to them, and I can't really give away too much without spoiling the movie, but there's definitely something evil sweeping across the land, and we don't know which of the folk, like weird strangers that show up, is the good guy and which is the bad guy. And they're just playing this family, and you don't know what side they need to be on. And of course, they make a ton of mistakes along the way. Let's put it that way. But yeah, again, it's something we've seen before, but it's just brand new, like beings, brand new superstitions. I'm at a 3.5 for Soul too. I check it out. Both of these movies are on Plex, so you can check it out there.
Yeah, no, Code Art is on Amazon Prime, by the way.
And I believe maybe I think they're definitely both on Plex, but the first one's also on Tubi. Tenement's definitely on Tubi as well. All right. Now, aside from that, Aaron and I also gave each other challenges for the year. Aaron gave me 100 movies to watch. You can check it out at that QR code. And I gave Aaron 100 movies to watch. You can check that out at that QR code. We're almost at the same point in time. I think we're only like a year off from each other at this point in time. But we will start with Aaron again. Aaron, what's the first movie you watched?
Yeah, I watched quite a few movies this week, or this last couple of weeks. The Woman in Black from 2012, James Watkins of Eden Lake, and yeah, the other of those. Anyways, we'll just talk about The Woman in Black. I really did like the atmosphere of this movie. I like the overall tone. The ending is mean as hell. The rest of it's just kind of all right. It's solid. It's not amazing. It's basically Daniel Radcliffe playing a young lawyer, and he goes to a remote village because he's sorting out a recently dead person's paperwork, and ghost stuff happens. It's okay. Maybe if you like ghost stories more, you'll be like, I love The Woman in Black, and I need a Woman in Black too, which apparently exists. But for me, it was okay. 3.5.
I'm also at 3.5 on Woman in Black. It's just always refreshing to see Daniel Radcliffe not as Harry Potter, and I feel like a lot of people just like maybe grade on the curve when it's not a Harry Potter movie. Not that Harry Potter is bad. It's just odd. It's jarring to see him in like this and like Horns and Swiss Army Man. And
yeah, those are the only movies I know him from. I have never seen a Harry Potter. So for me, he's a weird guy.
True. And then you should check out Harry Potter because it's not going to help the case.
Sweet.
Where'd you go next?
Rec 3 Genesis. I put off. Yeah, this movie was great. Right off the bat, this would probably be my favorite Rec movie if the first one wasn't just so damn perfect. It's maybe not the best, but it's so much fun. It abandons the found footage like a third of the way through, which I think is a pretty famous aspect of the movie. So I don't feel like that's spoiling anything. And I think it, makes the most of it from there. Like, I think it honestly is like a bold choice to make. Like, it keeps it from feeling quite as repetitive. It has a lot more humor in this one, which I liked. It's set at a wedding. It could have been its own movie. Honestly, it didn't have to connect at all. And the ending is like super like mean in a very fun way though. Like, it's just like you could easily say by the end of the movie, what was the point of that? And I wouldn't have a rebuttal to you.
Yeah.
But, it's a movie. It doesn't have to have a point. It's just a good time. 4 stars.
It basically, I'm also at 4 stars. It basically answers the question that you might have from watching Rec 1 and 2. Like, yeah, they took the pet to the vet. What happened to the vet? This happened to the vet. Yeah. This is what happened to them.
Yeah, I guess I just didn't have that answer as much, but that's fair.
And then there's also a man dressed as SpongeBob SquarePants in this movie, which is
and he goes by a different name, like John.
John Esponja. John Esponja. Yeah, because he's not SpongeBob. He's like a knockoff, and he's proud of it.
Yeah. Next, 2012, we're staying with Peter Strickland's The Barbarian Sound Studio, which very, very Italian horror-coded movie here. So I definitely appreciate that aspect of it. It's basically about a weird sound technician brought to Italy in the 70s to work on a movie. And it's kind of about like, it just like shows a lot of like behind the scenes to like Foley artists and like how just like the impact of the presentation of media affects people. So it's not like a movie about like the impact of movies and what they cause people to do, but more like the reactions they cause people to have. So it's like a very like visceral, cerebral horror movie for sure. And it's got really good performances. Toby Jones plays a really good, weird sound technician. Imagine that. It's just
can't believe he played a weird character.
I know. Toby Jones played a Toby Jones character. I don't know. It overstays its welcome a bit for me, and like it gets a little bit too far up its own ass. So 3.5. Like it's not quite that home run it could have been. It's definitely very Peter Strickland.
Yeah, I'm at a 4 for Barbarian Sound Studio. This is like, it's early Peter Strickland, but it's definitely like when you're watching, this is a Peter Strickland movie. Like this, I mean, obviously In Fabric is like berserk to the point where it's like, I don't know if I like this anymore. But like this, Flux Gourmet, they're kind of the same. It's like we're gonna hone in on something really specific and beat you over the head with it. And it might not seem scary, but we're gonna find what's scary about this. And I think that's what Peter Strickland is like really good at.
Yeah. Next, The Battery. This is one I've been definitely looking forward to. You've hyped up quite a bit for me, and I liked it. I didn't love it. It was a little bit too metaphorical for its own good, with the amount of levels it wanted to go to, with like it being a pitcher catcher battery, and like the car battery, and like the assault. Like I get it. It works on a lot of levels, and they do that with a lot of different parts of this movie, where it's like, oh, I'm sure I could watch this really unwound and really get this on another level, and that's cool and all, but just for me, it's just like a little bit short of knocking it out of the park. Maybe this is one that if I like came across on my own, just like kind of didn't know anything about, I'd be like, oh my God, which is I think how a lot of people found this movie. But for me, it's a 3.5. I might be being a little bit hard on the movie. Jeremy Gardner writes, directs, and stars in this movie, and like I think that sometimes when you get that kind of singular voice in 3 different roles, it ends up getting a little bit too one note, and it does get that way a little bit for me at times. Like I get it, he's blocking out the world with his surround sound like headphones. I got that the first 10 times, and then I really got it the next 20 times they tried to point it out. So like I think maybe this movie just wasn't as smart to me as it thought it was, but I know you love it.
I love The Battery. Battery's a 5-star movie for me. It's probably, I mean, I'm not going to put it like, I'm not going to say it's the greatest zombie movie I've ever seen. But if you ask me, like, what's the greatest, like, independent American zombie movie, The Battery is, like, head and shoulders above anything else I've seen. The characters are great. Like, just the two, you follow these two guys. Really, just the two. There's a couple other minor characters that pop in and out. But these two guys, like, you're with them for so long on this arc. And it's like, at the end, it's just crushing, I think, on The Battery. So, check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I did. I definitely liked it. I just think it's one I went into with, those huge expectations. So it happens.
That's my fault. Sorry.
No, it's okay. A lot of people hyped it up, honestly. Not just you. I looked at my Letterboxd. Big Bad Wolves from 2013 Israeli horror here, directed by Navaot Paspushado and Aharon Kishales. This is a dark ass comedy, that's for sure. And I kind of picked up on that early on, and that helped me in some ways, hurt me in other ways. I think that if this movie went more the prisoners route and really, really tried to make you just unsettled by the end of it, I think it would have been better off. With regards to like the torture, like I don't want to sound like a brave boy or like a gore horror, but it's like it really shies away from it, man. Like it shows like a little bit of it, but at the same point, it's like when he's getting burned on his chest, it's like like they could have made that really visceral. When he's getting his toenails removed, I'm a digit freak outer, and it didn't even make me like cringe at all. So like that part of it, the breaking of the fingers was even kind of weak, and like another part that's a huge pet peeve of mine with any torture scene in a movie is he gets his fingers broke, which isn't really a big spoiler because I'm saying I won't even say who. So like there aren't twists, like it's not a twisty type of movie anyways, but breaks his fingers and like he yells for like 3 seconds and then he just stops yelling. It's like you would be yelling for the rest of the night and you would be like at least groaning. Like, and it's just like, and then it's like kind of done. And then he gets toenails removed, and it's like, it's kind of done. Gets his chest burnt with a acetylene a torch. And
a blowtorch.
And like he just kind of yells as it's going, and then once it's done, it's done. It's still a really good movie. But not quite great to me. But it's a fun watch. I'd recommend it to a ton of people. 3.5.
Yeah, I'm slightly higher. Yeah, all your criticisms are right. Yeah, it's just, but it is tightly done. I'm at a 4.
Yeah, it's very tightly done.
Yeah, but you're right. They could have just maybe they weren't so good at directing torture, which is odd because it's an Israeli movie. It's odd. So anyway, there we go.
And there are some interesting societal aspects to it when they're talking about like the Arab village they're in the middle of and things like that that I think are really interesting too. So good movie. Like I'd recommend it to a lot of people. Next movie, which I watched after Rec 3, was Rec 4, directed by the other guy who lives in Paco Plaza. And this is my
Balaguero.
Jaime Balaguero. Thank you. And this is Rec 4 Apocalypse. I didn't like this one very much. It's my worst rec in the series, including Quarantine. And it just, like, I don't know. It tries to wrap up the story in a way, but I feel like it kind of goes out with a whimper. And they should have went back to found footage. So 2 stars.
Yeah, I agree. It's the weakest. I'm at 3 stars. Yeah, it's just like it feels a little rushed. Like they needed to wrap it up for some reason. But even though they wrap it up, sort of, they leave it open, which is like weird. It's fine though. It is wrapped up because it could go either way. But yeah, it's weird.
Well, they didn't make no more, so I guess it's wrapped up.
It's tonally just different than the other movies too. It's just a different movie.
My next movie is Tale of Tales by Matteo Garrone, which frankly, a lot of Matteo Garrone's movies look really interesting. And this movie was interesting. It's bizarre that they chose to have John C. Reilly married to Salma Hayek. Just weird casting there all the way around. Also bizarre is like I wonder what the production budget for this movie was because it was just incredibly produced.
It feels big.
It feels huge. Like the costumes, the the sets, the like, just even like some of the sea monsters and things like that they use are just like quite impressive. Unfortunately, it's like dressed around a movie that's just not good, and like one that I think is like a prime example of why people don't watch a lot of anthology movies, because there's just none of it sticks out to me. Like they're all like fine. It's a 3-star movie for me. That I just feel like had so much more potential with like the foundation it was built on.
I'm at 3.5. If you want a fantasy horror anthology, The Company of Wolves is right there. So go watch that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. And my last movie, I watched it a while ago with Abby. We had a great time with this one, particularly the first half. Like the first half, it was on its way to being a 5-star movie I talked about incessantly. It trails off as it goes, but it's still great. The Greasy Strangler, directed by Jim Hossakin. This movie is just disgusting. Absolutely one of the grosser movies I've seen in a while. John Waters must fucking love this movie, like
100%. Yes,
like it's just absolutely in his vein there. Like I don't know what took me so long to get to this movie. It's absurdist horror, like it's really really strong. Like especially the first half is it. The first half was so strong that I was disappointed by the second half a little bit. I'll be honest. Like I don't know what it was, but like. I do kind of love it, and I think the characters are great. It's just like weird. It's fun. The arguments with the dad and the son are just like I was like laughing out loud and just saying the line, like when you're like watching a movie.
It's like nonsense. Like everything Jim Hoskins does, it's like they're just nonsense conversations. Like everyone is like so mean and to the point.
Yes, yeah, and it's just like, I need to watch more of his stuff. Because I really enjoyed this, and this was a good time. But again, it trails off in the second half. It's a 4-star movie still for me, and Abby had a great time with it too. So it was like a movie that is not Abby's type of movie at all. Yet somehow she loved it.
I'm at 4.5 just because, like, yeah, they do that. Everything you're like, they're not going to do that. They do it. They do it. They absolutely do it. They don't give a shit. Yeah. The entire time. Is this like Hobo with a shotgun level? No, but it's like it's like right in that world. We're just gonna do this, and I think the only other thing I definitely know he did G is for Granddad in ABCs of Death, and or maybe it's ABCs of Death too, one or the other. If you like that tone, it is that tone for like an hour and a half, which is great. All right, we get on to my movies. Starting back in 2013, the first movie I watched was Bad Milo, which I've been, again, like Aaron always says, I've been passing it over forever. Finally got to see it. It is, the concept is real weird. A man is having severe gastrointestinal problems, and it's because he has a demon that lives in his colon. And it's hereditary, apparently, because his dad has it too. And, the demon is kind of like any other like binary semi-possession movie, like where the demon is like an extension of him and it's his like id, and like it's killing people for him just to make his life better. But it is at the end of the day like basically like an anal polyp demon. So it's real. It's hard to like get, I guess, into, but like it's still I don't know how much you could do with that concept, but they do. They explore the space. Ken Marino of The State is obviously a great comedic actor. I think everybody else is kind of weak around him, though. I'm at 3 for Bad Milo.
Yeah, I liked it a little more. I felt like it had some good odes to early Cronenberg in it, so 3.5.
Yeah, it is like a comedic Cronenberg for sure.
Yes.
Next, we go back to The Man, Koji Shiraishi, Cult. I love this movie. I don't understand why they ended it like that. They ended it. I hate this. This is like one of my biggest pet peeves. Like they ended on a fucking cliffhanger, and then there's nothing else. Like there's nothing else. Like and it's like such an anime cliffhanger at the end of this movie. So, just to get into what the movie's about. Like, and this is another like Japanese trope that like I don't get. But there's like 3 like Japanese like television personalities, like the whole like yetsa, like 3 Chun-Li characters,
yes.
Like are doing they pick them even though they have no experience doing like paranormal activity bullshit, and they just send them to this house where like literally the war between Earth and like hell is about to pop off.
Yes,
and it's all found footage. Koji Shiraishi, just like it's like slices of life, but it's the worst lives you've ever want to live. And from a cult to this, the effects are similar, but they're coming along. Like these are way better, even though they're the same effects, they're way better, and they fit more in the movie. And when freaking the super demon hunter guy shows up, when like the anime characters,
Mr. Neo,
Neo, like the tone of the movie shifts, and I wanted that. I wanted to see where it goes, and they don't give it to you. So
yeah, that's fair.
Boo that. It's a 4-star movie anyway. But like, goddamn, where's Cult 2?
Yeah, no, Koji Shiraishi is just one of the best found footage directors of all time, and he really is. He really is just awesome. 4 stars for me as well. I really enjoyed this movie. Another movie that Abby quite enjoyed, which she saw it as well.
Then another movie that I've been skipping over a ton that I finally got to see. I didn't even know what it was about, really. I thought it was about something totally different, but this is a vampire movie, Afflicted. I thought it was like a cabin fever type movie, but Afflicted is it's a vampire movie. And and honestly, again, and this is kind of like it's not a complaint. It's like a complaint for the world. Like, why didn't these guys ever do another movie? This is fucking brilliant. It's like a fresh take on it's vampire found footage. It's basically like, what if these guys were like they're doing like a travel blog, but in the middle of it, a guy gets turned into a vampire, and the cameras keep rolling, and it's like he's fighting this battle. Like they at first they have no clue what's happening to him, and shit just goes off, and it has a realistic, which is also another pet peeve I have about some horror movies. Like the interactions with like law enforcement escalate in like a Grand Theft Auto fashion, and it's all found footage, and it's done great.
Yeah, no,
this is a 4.5 star, and it's a must watch. Go watch Afflicted.
Yeah, and if you didn't know it's a V movie and you ignored that, it's even better going into it not knowing that. I didn't know anything about it. I think these guys didn't make another movie because no one saw this one.
Come back, Cliff and Derek. Come back, make another movie. This was fucking genius. Do
4.5 for me. I love this movie. This is honestly from 2023 when I saw one of my favorite found footage movies of that year.
And then another movie that people have talked to me about, but I've never seen. The Voices with Ryan Reynolds. Again, I work in mental health. Is this movie like the best depiction of somebody with schizophrenia? No. Is it kind of like stigmatizing? 100%. Did I have a great time watching this? Yeah, because this is the kind of over-the-top, tongue-in-cheek comedy of errors, mental health horror movie where I don't feel like it's insulting people who are struggling with mental health. It's like, this is the tone. It's a safe tone, even though it's nuts. Ryan Reynolds playing himself and all the voices he hears, Gemma Arterton, Anna Kendrick, Jackie Weaver, all the supporting cast, really good. Everybody knew their assignment and they hit it. And then the fact, like the reality he sees juxtaposed with like when it cuts away to what's really happening is done incredibly well, I would say. Yep. Unless you're like really, really sensitive to like people poking fun at mental health, you're gonna really like this movie. It's a 4.5 again for me.
Yeah, no, I agree. I have it at a 4, but I think it's one of those 2010s kind of hidden gems that like not enough people talk about to this day. I think it's Ryan Reynolds' best movie, which doesn't take a high bar for me at all.
Better than Deadpool?
Better than Deadpool 3 even.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So, but yeah, really good movie.
And finally, a movie that I guess topical all of a sudden. I don't think they knew it was going to be so topical when they made it. Savage Land from 2015, about a border town, an Arizona border town that is just absolutely wiped out. Like everyone in the town is killed. The only survivor, a migrant worker. So obviously it's his fault. And it's about kind of like the investigation. And even though there's like tons, I don't want to spoil the whole movie, but like I don't think it matters because watching it is still a gut punch, even if you know what's going on. You know what's going to happen from the jump. Like this guy is guilty. It doesn't matter what. No, even though he has like a mountain of supernatural evidence, and like you see what really happens to these people, like the actual horrific stuff that happens, they still blame the Mexican guy. So, and this was made 11 years ago, and incredibly topical with all the bullshit we're going through. Look, I'm getting political. Don't tell the PA government. And this is it's still found footage. I'm not saying that negatively. I think this is actually a movie that might have been better if it was like a Exorcism of Emily Rose type thing told from the courtroom perspective, but it's still a 4-star movie for me.
Yeah, no doubt a political movie. They meant to make it that way back then, and it just has aged sadly really well. It's like such a good use of photography in this movie as well. The mockumentary style really works for me. 4.5, like I think this movie's fantastic.
Yeah,
and I wish these guys made more movies as well.
Yeah, we're hitting on a lot of movies where like directors came in, did bangers, nobody watched them, and now we're like uncovering them a decade later. It's like, all right, you can please come back.
Yeah, you gotta have another idea. But yeah, all three of these directors never made another movie.
That'll do it for our double episode of the Watchalongs show. If you made this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, share. Go to the Facebook group at Why We Love Horror. There is the Letterboxd challenge. Those are my 100 movies, and those are Aaron's 100 movies. You can also drop us a line at wwlhorror@gmail.com. We'd appreciate hearing from you there. But until next week, I'm JWMaher, and that's Aaron Brooks. This has been the Watchalongs show.